Hello and welcome to another Fox 411. I got a couple of guys here that love their classics.
Amen.
Not only rock and roll, but also probably planes, trains, and automobiles, right?
Yes,
All
definitely. All of that, brother. All of that.
You
Yeah.
betcha. Mark Holt is with me along with Keith Boozma. And they're going to be here talking about a fundraiser for Operation Golden Hawk, Operation Stand Down, and Kinney Pioneer Museum. That's all happening here. Well, Operation Stand Down, I do believe, is usually the end of September, and I think they're in the fourth year now coming up here. But hot rods for heroes.
Yes,
that's what this is called. This fundraiser for Operation Golden Hawk. So, guys, welcome to video, welcome to audio. Radio and video all same time. This is how you do. This is how you do radio in 2026 now with everything. You know.
Nice. It's an honor to be here, Harry, and we really appreciate you having us on your show.
It's an event that's coming up July 18th. Okay, so mark your calendars. We'll get into the times, the registration, the show, and everything else. But yeah, Hot Rods for Heroes. How did this come about here, guys?
So, Harry, we have a Facebook page called the Nostalgia Dirt Series, and our goal is to keep racing history alive. Our other goal is to honor servicemen and women because they dedicate their lives for our freedoms, to keep us safe. Yeah. And that's a big deal with our organization, the Nostalgia Dirt Series. And Keith has a DJ service called Redneck DJ Service, and he honors veterans through that as well. We also honor Christ in our life, and we show out Christ in our organization. And we just love our country, and we're very patriotic. And so we decided to partner up with the Kinney Pioneer Museum, which is a treasure. You know, how many people drive by on Highway 122, that museum? And I hadn't been there since I was a little kid, but there's so much to see at the Kinney Pioneer Museum in between Mason City and Clear Lake, Iowa on Highway 122. Schoolhouse, there's a log cabin, there's even an old radio station, KGLO radio station.
Yeah.
All the stuff from KGLO is all set up there. It all works. You can go see it all lit up and stuff like that. It's just everybody's history there at the museum.
Wow.
And so,
there's more there than just apple cider and donuts that everyone would go there.
There is. There's a lot.
Remember talking about that every single year. So, so July 18th. So everybody can. Do they have to register their vehicle or anything in that, or just show up with their hot rod?
Just show up. Show up with your motorcycle, with your pickup, your car. We're even having people want to show up with their race cars. The Nostalgia Dirt Series, we keep racing history alive. We talk about local racing heroes and basically racing heroes all over the United States. And so we want to show off race cars of all different kinds. Whatever you have, a vintage car or a modern race car, we want you to show up and display your car and talk about it, show off your sponsors. So we think this would be a really, really great way to kids love to climb in race cars and stuff. And Harry, not only race cars are going to be there, but the Mason City Police Department is going to have an officer and a squad car.
Okay.
The local sheriff's department, the Cerro Gordo County Sheriff's Department, my youngest boy works for the sheriff's department. He's going to be out there with a squad car to hand out some stickers for the little kids. And then we got some military stuff.
Yeah, Manly Legion's going to bring their Humvee down for the kids to climb all over. The Legion here in town is going to bring their Jeep out for kids. So hopefully we'll get some trucks from 1133rd.
Yeah, I was just thinking those official cars, those police cars and stuff are probably some of the fastest ones you're going to have.
Right.
You should have a competition, like a police car taking on a hot rod.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Mary would allow us to do that at the museum, but we can run by her maybe. I don't know.
Do that out the airport.
We got the runway at the airport. Maybe they'd let us do that for a minute.
Boy, that'd be fun. That would be fun. So, are you guys going to have a couple of cars there? And what
Yeah,
are they?
I got so Nostalgia Dirt Series has several cars that we race and we give rides in and stuff. So we're going to have a 57 Chevy stock car out there. We're going to have a 55 Chevy. It's actually a center steer. A lot of people haven't heard that back in the early or late 50s, early 60s, they converted some of these old Chevys into steering from the middle of the car. So we're going to have an original center steer race car out there. And we've got a veteran bringing a decorated trike to designated for honoring veterans. So
Mhm.
there's going to be a lot of cool stuff to come out and see, and the museum. Plus, we're going to have food. We got food vendors coming, and so you.
We've got Monster Eats food truck will be out there that day from here in town. Everybody's probably seen the purple trailer around, and then Backyard Barbecue Bites from Forest City will be there that day.
Yeah, let's talk about the day itself. Registration, the show, the awards, all that stuff.
Sure.
Registration is 9 to 11.
Okay.
It's a free will offering, and then the show was from 11 till 3:30 with awards at 3. And
people will be able to, spectators will be able to judge on for their favorite and all that? Or do you have judges for that?
we have our own judges that'll be
right
out there.
Keith is the judge right there.
So I'm the local hillbilly, and he's the local redneck around here. So the redneck is going to be doing the judging.
I've got one nephew. Him and I have gone to I've got two nephews that I go to a lot of car shows with. We go down to Good Guys quite a bit and stuff. And the one who works at Hope and Help Judge, he's got to work that day at Clear Lake Boats, which is one of our sponsors, along with stuff. So there'll be a couple of us out there judging. We'll probably bring the Wizard or Turd Ferguson in, who's a sidekick from Nostalgia Dirt Series, to help with some of the judging.
So Harry probably don't know about that. So we do a show on Facebook. It's through the Nostalgia Dirt Series.
Okay.
Where we show building cars and racing vintage cars and stuff. And we have a gentleman, my baby brother, who does a lot of the car building, and there's nothing he can't do. So his stage name is the Wizard. He's known throughout the United States and Canada as the Wizard. I'm Mr. Nostalgia. That's my stage name. But sometimes we have a gentleman come on, and he's famous for a great big hat. It's kind of a spinoff from Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Turd Ferguson, and he's very popular on our show. So
I've met Turd Ferguson. I was in San Diego, California here a couple of years ago and met Turd.
Nice.
Okay, maybe it was just a big ugly guy with a T-shirt that said Turd Ferguson. I don't know. But
Right.
It was funny stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me ask you guys, because I was thinking about this before the interview. If you can go back, I mean, come on, we've had so many good-looking cars for so many decades.
Right.
But I want you guys to share this, but my favorite, I don't think anything's better for show than the 50s vehicle. The 55 and the 57 Chevys.
Yes.
Would you guys agree with that or what?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I had a 75 Camaro that looked pretty hot way back when. I had a 79 Firebird and all that. But what's more important on these car shows? Obviously, the look has to be. But I don't know. You guys probably build these for speed too, I would think.
Yes.
What's the most important thing?
I guess my biggest thing I look at the quality and originality, because you see some out there that they just drug them out of a barn and sprayed some clear coat over them, and they're, to me, I call them in their working clothes.
Sure.
But it's basically how well they're presented that day.
Yeah.
Some people just bring them in and they park them and walk away and go look at everything else, and then some guys are standing there polishing all the little chrome pieces. And
there's a lot of different tastes there in race cars. Keith's more the street rod and the car show guy, and I'm more the vintage stock car racing. I grew up with the local speedway out here and stock car racing and stuff. And
Sure.
we actually are bringing out a exact replica of a car my dad drove out here at the local speedway back in 1969. And so it's an exact replica. It's
Okay.
got the sponsors on. Nutting Auto Parts was one of his sponsors. And that salvage yard was actually out where Target store is now. That was a salvage yard
Wow.
back in the day.
Wow.
And so
Yeah.
Don Nutting, he's helped out a lot of local racers back in the 60s. And so that's one of the neat things we do is we keep those local memories alive. So, so that people don't forget about them.
And the difference between steel versus aluminum that happened
Right.
through time,
Right.
and
Or
stuff.
plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, or plastic, exactly. Another thing, I might as well just because we're sharing about everything here, and obviously it's a car show, so you want it to look good. One of the things that always bothered me throughout I'm a boomer. I was on
Sure.
the last year, so I was born in '63. So,
Right.
what bothered me about cars, especially like in the '70s? I talked about the Firebird. So my
Right.
79 Firebird, I had the hood scoops.
Right.
I never thought decals on a car were ever pretty.
Right.
I didn't like them. I never
Yeah.
liked them. I wanted a car without any decals.
Right.
Just like I never
right.
had a car with a bumper sticker.
Right.
Everything
Right.
like that, Yep.
Yep.
You guys agree with that stuff?
I 100% agree. We go to these vintage races around the United States and they want to give you a plaque to put on your car and stuff. I usually put them on my race car trailer or something like that. I don't want
Exactly.
that stuff on my car.
Exactly. I love
Right.
it. All right, it's Hot Rods for Heroes. It's happening July 18th. This is going to be at Kinney Pioneer Museum. And
Yes.
plenty of parking out there, by the way. For
Oh, yes.
everybody.
yeah.
Tons.
Yeah,
The
so-
airport's been very nice to us. The airport said we can use the grassy areas out there to park and stuff like that. We've got some people stepping up to help with, all the proceeds go to the
Museum and Operation Golden Hawk.
And so
Right.
we've got Robert's Quick Lube, a local Valvoline Quick Lube, has donated a couple oil changes. People are going to be able to win those. We've got Clear Lake Boats has stepped up to help us with our trophies and stuff like that. We just really appreciate Clear Lake Boats. And D&L Sanitation out of Sheffield, Iowa, has stood tall to help us make this possible as well. So
Okay.
we just can't thank the Harry O radio show enough for having us on here. I remember when you first came to town, your face was on billboards and stuff like
God,
that.
yeah.
And to people like me, you're a local hero. So we
Yeah.
appreciate you
Well.
being here in our community. You've been
I always
amazing.
had a face for radio, That's,
Yeah.
I can remember listening to you on KLSS.
I came to town in '85. We were just
Yep.
talking about. My engineer was here, and we were just talking about the old days of
Right.
how a radio show back then was a workout. I mean, because we were playing records, we were slip queuing some of that stuff, and then
Right.
our other hand was grabbing carts and stuff to play for commercials and sound effects, and and answering the phones. It was
Yeah.
crazy. It was a
Yeah.
workout. A 4-hour show was definitely long enough, but I'll tell you what. So anyway, guys, July 18th, registration's 9 to 11. Show is from 11 o'clock till 3:30.
Yep.
Awards given out at 3. And there's going to be food vendors there, so you can get
Yep.
food and refreshments, and then a free will offering to help out the Operation Stand Down.
Yes.
End of
Yes.
September. So
Yep.
that'd be great. It's good to know too. We should mention, speaking of the veterans, that's been a growing show itself. That the
Right.
Operation Stand Down throughout the last few years, they've added more and more, and now hundreds of people are showing up now.
Right.
And I hope you have hundreds out there, thousands even.
We hope so too, Harry. We
Yeah,
do.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. For those of you listening, you can go to the Facebook page, the Nostalgia Dirt series. They've got all the information right there. And there's a poster right there. You can go to get all that stuff. But just be out there on July 18th. That's a Saturday.
Yes.
And come on out. Should be a lot of fun.
We hope to see a lot of people. We can't wait to meet folks, and we can't wait to honor our servicemen and women.
Hope you
Yep.
do this every year. This is the first time you've done it, right?
Right,
It
right.
is, and we plan on doing it every year, definitely.
Helping
So-
them all out. All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Mark Holt and Keith Boozma here from the Hot Rods for Heroes. You guys have an awesome day. All right.
Yes,
You
sir.
bet.
You
You
as
too.
well, Harry. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.